What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. Hope you guys have enjoyed your weekend. We have one last day of it. That's Sunday. So you know what today is, man. It is the full slate picks for the NFL. We're going to try and be quick with these videos. I feel like the last couple ones have been really drawn out. So with that being said, let's dive into game one. In division game between the Colts and Titans. The Titans are a team that have been struggling lately, even with the play of Will Levis being up and down. They've looked okay. Obviously, Coach Mike Vrabel has done a really good job in his tenure at Tennessee. Um, but in this particular game, the Colts are still fighting for a playoff spot in the AFC, which is surprising with a backup quarterback playing the majority of the year. We thought they would be out of it. Um, Even with Anthony Richardson, I think we thought they would be not as competitive. But the AFC South has really showed up with three teams still trying to make the playoff spot. So I'm going to take the Colts for that specific reason, man. Moving on, we got Chargers, Patriots. Two teams where you look at and you go, especially with the Patriots, what are they doing? What does the future look like for the Patriots? They're a team that have no real offensive identity, no real defensive identity. Obviously, with Matthew Judon getting hurt earlier on in the season, that doesn't help at all. He's an all-pro type of guy, and so obviously on the Chargers side of the ball, them being 4-7, um, that's just that I didn't even know that it was that bad. I mean, that's ridiculous when you have an all-time quarterback, an all-time talent quarterback like Justin Herbert. He has all the intangibles, arm strength, big, can run outside of the pocket, and so especially with the names they have on the team, we've been over it. Um, Even though all that stuff being said, you still have to take the Chargers just because the Patriots aren't even starting Mac Jones this game. I believe he's the third string quarterback, and so the Patriots are clearly going through some growing pains. So with that being said, we're going to take the Chargers. Moving on, another team that is struggling on the offensive side of the ball versus a team that is not, the Lions versus the Saints. I look for this game to be um, pretty bad. It's going to be a pretty bad game. I think the Lions kind of just, it's a cakewalk for them. It's a get right game for the Lions. Obviously, with the Saints, the injuries have mounted up on the team. The offense didn't look good when we were as healthy as we had been at to the certain point of the season. Still didn't look good, and so for me personally, I'm just hoping that we lose every other game and we draft Michael Penix. That's just kind of my hope for the rest of this Saints season. So with that being said, we're taking the Lions. Moving on, man, we got Falcons, Jets. There's not a lot of good games this week if you guys haven't been able to tell. Not a lot of good games at all. So Falcons, Jets. We're going to keep it short and sweet. We're going to take the Falcons. They move to 6-6 and get another game up on the Saints for the lead in that division. Next game is Cardinals Steelers, a game where two offenses have really struggled. Obviously, the Steelers made the NFL power rankings for me this week with the offense looking a lot better than that it did on Sunday without Matt Canada. The Cardinals are obviously in a rebuilding year. They're trying to see if Kyler Murray fits into the system that their new coach the new coach has. And so, for me personally, you're going to take the Steelers. I think. I mean, that just makes the most sense to me. A team that's competing for the playoffs versus a team who's still trying to figure out what they're going to do for their top draft pick. Moving on, we're going to go through these pretty quick because there's some pretty bad games. Dolphins, Commanders. We're going to take the Dolphins for obvious reasons. The Commanders are not playing their best ball. Here's a decent game though. Broncos, Texans. The Broncos obviously have won 5 in a row, getting them to 6-5. Versus the 6-5 Texans, where C.J. Stroud has come out of the box looking amazing for his rookie season. In this game in particular, I think with the Texans losing against the Jaguars in a close game. I think the Texans move and get another win against the Broncos. I think the Broncos fall to 6-6. They're still fighting for a playoff spot though, which is really cool since they started 1-5. Sean Payton has done a really good job at turning that team around. Um, but unfortunately, I think they fall to 6-6. Bucks Panthers, another game just not good. We're going to take the Bucks just because the Panthers have struggled. This is the first week without head coach Frank Reich for the Panthers. And so, actually, you know what? It tends to happen when a coach gets fired, the team normally wins. So we're going to take the Panthers in a shocking upset over the Buccaneers just because it's a fired coach game. Moving on, Browns Rams. I believe Joe Flacco is starting for the Cleveland Browns this Sunday versus the Rams. The Rams have looked a lot better these past couple games. Their offense has kind of been shaky through the course of the season, but the past couple games it's picked back up. Part of me wants to pick the Browns just because they have a little bit more of a competent player at the quarterback position. But I'm going to take the Rams to go to 6-6 and fight for that second seed in their conference between them and the Seahawks. Moving on to what's not probably, is definitely the game of the week. 49ers, Eagles. These two teams were at the top of the power rankings that I did the other day. This is going to be a fun game. Eagles come into the game at 10-1. Niners come into the game at 8-3. Um, I think this is a game where everyone expects the 49ers to win just because what happened last year in the NFC Championship. You've all heard all the, talk, trash talk, different things like that. But for me, I think the Eagles have proven that they win ugly, they can win good, they can win ugly. Whatever they need, they can do it. And so for me, I'm going to take the Eagles to go to 11-1 and kind of hear some more things about Brock Purdy, I'm sure. But I want to take the Eagles. Moving on to Sunday Night Football, Chiefs Packers. Packers have played very well. They're sitting at 5-6, to get a little bit closer to the Lions and Vikings, and so. But I'm still going to take the Chiefs, even with the problems with the wide receiver position. I do believe that the Chiefs continue to win. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Who wins? Who loses? Make sure you hit the description so you can get all the links. Join the Discord, yada yada. You know the spiel. If you're new here, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I think that's it. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.